Muy buenos días y bienvenidos. Good morning. It's such a pleasure to welcome you in Salamanca. I'm deeply proud you have chosen
Recording
our
in
City
progress.
Hall to celebrate this work session. And I'm sure that this meeting will be greatly useful in order to give a higher visibility in Europe to our strong and deep bond with research, knowledge, and discussion of ideas. Cuando el vicerrector de Relaciones Internacionales de la Universidad de Salamanca, nuestro querido Efrén, me propuso que el ayuntamiento se involucrara en este proyecto de alianza de campos universitarios europeos, tuve claro de inmediato que la respuesta era un sí rotundo por varias razones.
When the Vice-Chancellor of International Relations of the University of Salamanca, Efrén,
Recording stopped.
permiso. When the Vice-Chancellor of International Relationships of the University of Salamanca, Efrén, suggested to me that the City Hall should become involved in this project of alliance of European university campuses, I was sure from the beginning that the answer was definitely yes for several reasons.
En primer lugar, porque Salamanca es la ciudad de la concordia, del diálogo y del acuerdo.
In the first place, because Salamanca is the city of sharing, of dialogue, and of agreement.
Y, por tanto, una ciudad que ve en las alianzas una oportunidad de ser más grandes y mejores para llegar más lejos.
And therefore, also a city which sees in alliances an opportunity to achieve more importance and make more progress.
Y, por supuesto, porque desde el ayuntamiento tenemos un compromiso real con la Universidad de Salamanca, que es un símbolo que nos da visibilidad en todo el mundo.
And of course, because at this City Hall, we have a genuine commitment with the university, which is a symbol which gives us visibility all over the world.
Y en la que creemos profundamente como motor de pensamiento y de conocimiento, que es vital para el futuro de oportunidades que estamos construyendo juntos.
And in which we have a profound belief as a driving force of thought and knowledge, which is vital for the future of opportunities which we are constructing.
Es un honor que en este salón de recepciones, donde se producen muchos de los acontecimientos más importantes de nuestra ciudad, estén reunidas de forma presencial y telemática personas llenas de inquietudes.
It is an honor that here in this hall, where many of the most important events of our city take place, we have here the presence, both in person and telematically, of so many people full of ideas.
Unidas por los mismos objetivos a pesar de las distancias geográficas.
Joined with the same objectives despite this geographical distance.
Europa nos une y también nos une la búsqueda permanente de estrategias que contribuyan a generar un nuevo modelo de educación de calidad basado en la investigación y en la innovación.
Europe brings us together, and it also brings us together insofar as the permanent search for strategies which contribute to generating a new model of education of quality based on research and innovation.
Que redunde en una sociedad más inclusiva y más libre.
Which generates a more inclusive and freer society.
Poitiers, Pavía, Coimbra, Iasi, Jena, Turku y Salamanca. Son nombres que nos suenan muy bien a todos.
Poitiers, Pavia, Coimbra, Iasi, Jena, Turku, and Salamanca are names which sound great to all of us.
Van a estar conectadas por un campus paneuropeo que permite o va a permitir la libre movilidad de estudiantes, de personas, de ciudadanos entre 7 ciudades y 7 universidades. Y esto abre todo un abanico de posibilidades.
They will be connected by means of a pan-European campus, which will allow the free movement of students, personnel, and citizens among the 7 cities and their 7 universities. This opens up a whole wide range of possibilities.
Estamos hablando de una alianza de 160.000 estudiantes, 20.000 miembros de la comunidad universitaria, 1.600.000 ciudadanos. Por tanto, las oportunidades son infinitas.
We are talking about the fact that this alliance involves 160,000 students and 20,000 members of university staff, and has the scope to reach over 1.6 million citizens. The opportunities are endless.
De hecho, ayer mismo hemos mantenido una reunión con representantes de la ciudad de Poitiers, que hoy nos acompañan en este acto, y lo agradezco para sentar las bases de un hermanamiento entre ambas ciudades que esté centrado en la vocación emprendedora y también en nuestra voluntad de ser líderes en industria del conocimiento y en innovación.
Indeed, it was only yesterday that we held a meeting with representatives from Poitiers, which today are accompanying us in this event, in order to establish the foundation of twinning between both cities, concentrated on our vocation of enterprise and the shared search of both cities for leadership regarding industry, knowledge, and innovation.
Y haremos lo mismo con las ciudades de Coimbra y de Pavía.
And today, we will do the same thing with representatives from Coimbra and Pavia.
Esto quiere decir que pasamos de las palabras a los hechos, que vamos ya concretando cuáles son los términos de esta relación.
This means that we are now going from words to deeds, and we are now establishing the terms of our relation.
Dicho de otra manera, esta gran alianza de campus europeos abre la puerta a otro tipo de alianzas bilaterales entre nuestros municipios, entre nuestras ciudades, para que juntos le saquemos punta a todas nuestras potencialidades.
In other words, this great alliance of European campuses opens the door for another kind of bilateral alliance between our cities, so that together we can take advantage of our full potential.
Salamanca es una ciudad que ahora está volcada en diversificar nuestro modelo productivo. Nuestro modelo productivo tradicional, que es un modelo de éxito, es un modelo turístico. Es un modelo de ciudad patrimonio de la humanidad y ciudad cultural.
Salamanca is a city which is fully dedicated to its productive model, which is traditional and has been successful due to its tourist importance and its condition as a World Heritage Site and cultural city.
Ahora queremos complementar este modelo con un modelo basado en la economía verde, en la innovación, en la investigación, en la industria del conocimiento.
Now we want to complement this model with green and circular economy, with innovation and with knowledge as poles of development and for the generation of employment.
Y no son solo palabras. Hace unos días, las principales instituciones y administraciones de la ciudad hemos firmado un acuerdo con una inversión de 67 millones de euros para crear un gran espacio de desarrollo económico.
But we're not just talking about words. A few days ago, we signed a protocol with the main administrations, which is supported by an investment of 67.4 million euros over the next 4 years.
Un acuerdo que en realidad tiene su base en la potencia de nuestras universidades y de nuestros centros de investigación.
This agreement is based on the power of our university and of our research centers.
Por lo tanto, se funda en el talento. Nosotros tenemos talento en Salamanca, mucho talento, como ustedes son el talento de sus ciudades, y no tenemos que ir a buscar talento a ningún sitio, lo tenemos en casa.
It's therefore based on talent. We have plenty of talent here with our university, and we also have the talent here represented by all of you, so you don't have to search for talent anywhere.
Así que estamos dispuestos a contar con nuestros talentosos estudiantes y a contar con los talentosos estudiantes y profesores de las 7 ciudades.
So we are counting on the talent of our students from here, from Salamanca, and also on the students and teachers from the remaining university cities in this agreement.
Están, por lo tanto, todos invitados a participar en este gran proyecto de la ciudad de Salamanca.
So therefore, you are all invited to take part in this great project being impulsed by the city of Salamanca.
Y ahora me voy a poner un poco menos serio porque les voy a contar algunas de las cosas que se viven en nuestra ciudad, aparte de estos proyectos tan importantes.
Now, in a slightly more light-hearted vein, I would like to mention to you some of the aspects of this beautiful city of Salamanca.
Salamanca es una ciudad muy viva, muy callejera. Nos gusta salir a la calle todos los días del año y, si puede ser, a todas horas.
Salamanca is a very alive city, a city that lives in the street. We like going out every day and as much as we can.
35.000 estudiantes universitarios dentro de una población de 145.000 habitantes. Fíjense la proporción.
Just think about this proportion. There are 35,000 students studying here in Salamanca. The city has a population of 145,000.
Y 34.000 estudiantes de español, porque Salamanca es la ciudad del español.
And 34,000 students of Spanish, because this is the Spanish university par excellence.
Esta es una ciudad eternamente joven, con muchísima vivacidad y una gran oferta cultural.
It is an eternally young city, and also a city with very varied cultural possibilities.
Hay un dicho que dice que una tarde en Salamanca o te dan una conferencia o eres tú el que da la conferencia.
We have a saying here that if you're in Salamanca of an afternoon, either you're going to a lecture or you're giving the lecture yourself.
Y yo llevo, después de que hemos recuperado la normalidad tras la pandemia, días y días como loco de un lado a otro de la ciudad, un acto a una hora, al siguiente, al otro, al de más allá.
Now that we've recovered the normal situations after the pandemic, I find that I'm going from one place to the next and from one event to the next continually.
Presentaciones de libros, actos culturales, actos con la universidad, paellas de las asociaciones de vecinos. Todavía los bailes no los hemos recuperado.
Book presentations, cultural activities, university activities, paellas made by neighbours associations. The only thing we haven't got around to yet is going to dances.
Y estamos encantados. Esto es lo que queríamos. Como decimos en España, querías 2 tazas, pues toma 4.
This is great because it's exactly what we wanted. As we say in Spanish, if you want 2 cups, well, here you can have 4.
Y esperamos que esta situación se haya consolidado, la situación sanitaria. Esto es importante que se sepa. En Europa, Salamanca dispone, como el conjunto de España, de un gran sistema sanitario.
We hope that the sanitary situation is now totally under control because, as you know, Salamanca plays a very important part in medicine in general.
De hecho, acabamos de inaugurar un nuevo hospital con las más modernas tecnologías y equipamientos.
In fact, we have just inaugurated a new hospital, which of course has the most modern technology and facilities.
Esto lo digo para aquellos que tengan un pelín de miedo.
So I just say this to you just in case anybody's a bit scared out there.
Están ustedes en muy buenas manos, en todos los sentidos.
You're in very good hands in all senses.
Y además, esta es una ciudad muy acogedora, que disfruta teniendo contacto con personas de otras nacionalidades y de otras culturas.
Moreover, this is a very welcoming city. I hope you enjoy it and also that you enjoy the contact with colleagues from other cultures.
Y además esas personas hablan más idiomas que su alcalde.
And moreover, those people speak more languages than the mayor does.
Con lo cual hay más posibilidades de comunicarse y mejor. Y más interesantes puede.
So we have many more interesting possibilities for communication.
No ha querido seguir traduciendo el señor traductor lo que he dicho al final. No se ha atrevido.
Oh, oops. Was I supposed to translate something or did I translate too much?
Y ya termino. Una cosa que puede interesarles a muchos de ustedes. Esta ciudad, decía, Patrimonio de la Humanidad, es la primera ciudad patrimonio de España que está desarrollando una gran infraestructura verde.
And another thing that may interest you, Salamanca is a World Heritage Site, and it is the first one in Spain to develop a green infrastructure and activities.
Al principio nos preocupaba cómo iba a conjugarse la piedra dorada de nuestros monumentos con el verde.
At first we were worried about how we were going to combine our famous golden stone with green issues.
Pero casan muy bien, perfecto.
But they go together perfectly.
Y si pueden acercarse al río Tormes, ver los paseos, los carriles bicis, los huertos urbanos, todo el desarrollo que estamos haciendo de parques y jardines, estamos reformando todos los parques de la ciudad.
And if you can, go down to the River Tormes to see its walkways and cycleways. Have a look at the urban vegetable gardens, and also take into account that all of the parks and gardens of the city are being reshaped at the moment.
Nuestro amigo Efrén, para otra ocasión, preparará algún paseíto y espero acompañarles.
Another time, Efren will organize a walk for you so you can enjoy the city better.
Eso también será buena noticia para mí, porque significará que sigo siendo alcalde.
Well, that would also be good news for me, because that would mean that I would continue to be the mayor.
Así que estaré doblemente encantado de acompañarles.
So I'll be doubly delighted to accompany you.
Termino ya porque sé que tienen una sesión de trabajo. En serio, estoy encantadísimo. Tenemos una relación muy estrecha con la universidad. Queremos a nuestra universidad porque queremos a nuestra ciudad y les queremos también a todos ustedes.
So I am really delighted. Just to finish, we have an extremely close relationship with our university, and we are very fond of our university and, of course, of all of you. Thank you.
Un abrazo muy fuerte a sus universidades, a sus ciudades, a sus países con los que tenemos también vínculos que nos unen. Somos europeos y estamos orgullosos de ser europeos, y que se sepa.
So allow me to extend my warmest regards to the universities all of you come from, and to say that I feel really European, and I'm very proud to feel this way.
Así que encantadísimos, y vamos a ver si en el futuro más cercano vamos celebrando estos acuerdos con cada una de las ciudades. Nosotros tenemos la mejor disposición.
So it's been a great pleasure. We hope that the agreements will take shape in the future and be beneficial for all of us.
Así que, thank you very much. I wish you enjoy our city. Next time, I promise I will speak in English. Thank you very much.
Con la venia, señor alcalde, dear mayor of the city of Salamanca, dear Carlos, as friend, there are so many issues that unites us. City and the university is not just a question of accomplishing with our duties according to our responsibilities. We go beyond all these issues. Salamanca is a deep part of the university, and the university is Salamanca. So there is no chance to have a slight possibility of doing things without being coordinated, without being collaborating, and without being focusing on those issues that benefit the city and the university at the same time. This is why we are very happy and we are thankful to you for receiving us as an alliance that has specific goals that are directly linked to the projects you are still launching and achieving. So count on our potential in relation to the innovation, research, and of course education. Salamanca is of course the Spanish language, let's say, center or core center, but it also teaches other 23 languages. So we are really international in the sense that the word deserves to be considered. Why are we here? We are sharing those values that all the 7 cities and the 7 universities really share. We are called city universities. A campus of city universities is developing those aspects that for sure will give a benefit not only to the academic staff or environment, but also to the citizens. We are working for them, and we are researching on those topics that you are developing from the municipality point of view, And we are also trying to show to the people that, as you said, that only if we work together, if we collaborate together, we will be able to achieve the European dream, being not only a nation which is integrated in the European continent, but really feel the European spirit. And I think this is the first path we have undertaken. And I'm convinced that if we all, the actors, the associate partners are crucial for the success of such a project. That's why we saw that it was not only a question of our friendship, but also of the conviction that the associated partners must be included in such an important project we are developing. And this is why you are not only just invited, you are part of the project. You are also contributing to the project. And hopefully we'll have the chance to have some slight benefits of the 66 millions that can be also invested in the EC2U. Why not? Because we have a huge potential. We have researchers, our students, our professors that are fighting for or struggling for such goals and purposes. Let's work together as all of them here. This is the family of EC2U. When we told them that we are going to have a visit to our municipality, all of them were happy to see that we are not only talking, as you said, we are really acting. Deeds are needed, and we are on the way to achieve them. Riddles will come later, but this is the way where we can achieve together all what you are looking for. Thank you very much. On behalf of the 7 universities, and especially of our rector, who couldn't come because he has other commitments, that would share this ride with you. But I'm sure, as you said, Salamanca, it's university and it's University of Salamanca. There is no chance only to look for the walls inside of the academic life without its citizens and the city itself. So thank you again. And now we are going to start our, let's say, working session. From Jena, we have an activity that will be developed here, a think tank, in order to show that we are on the way. Also, the entrepreneur issues will be given. Other important issues that are linked directly to what the city is looking for, providing the future generation with work possibilities, professional possibilities, and I'm sure that we will have a nice chance to have nice ideas, initiatives for the next session. Thank you again for receiving us in this wonderful hall that all of us love it, and I'm sure that they will enjoy their stay as well. Thank you again.
Muchas gracias. Tengo que disculparme porque nos reclama un ministro del Gobierno de España y voy a hacerle la reverencia.
I'm going to ask to be excused because a government minister requires my presence.
Muchas gracias.
So there you are. Thank you very much.
So, hola everybody. This is me, Dana Strauss from the University of Jena, but more importantly, I'm from Work Package 7, Service to Society, Science Within For Society. I'm really honored to be here. And as we are here in the City Hall, that's really the sign that we are City University, campus of city universities, and that we are like a real network. And that we are a knowledge ecosystem that we want to improve, because with the improved knowledge about each other, we can improve problem solving, we can improve decision making, and also innovation. So the reason I'm here today is, of course, because I'd like to be in that room and talk to you. That was the most important reason. But no, we have lots of interesting stuff planned for you today. And we will kick off this activity by reporting to you the findings of the first EC2U think tank that took place this year in April and May. And now I have to ask you to do a little bit of, like watching tennis, because the presentation is behind you. So you can, like a tennis game, you can watch the slides and you can watch me, but I will tell you everything that's on the slides. But if you can move now and shake up a bit, because that will already get you prepared for what's going on later on. So the first think tank, as Ephraim just said, the focus of the first think tank was the values. We had a hashtag, maybe you've seen it, it was a hashtag value for your values, and the aim was to get started the idea of how to build a value-based community. So what are the bases that we, as an EC2U community, as an EC2U family, that we share? And as you can see, probably, maybe, it's on. Maybe you could just show the next slide. Yes. So the first think tank was developed on the subject of values, the core of all human actions, including education, research, networking, engagement, and collaboration in society. So we wanted to measure the perceptions of our members of the EC2U Alliance towards personal, professional, and society values. And as you all know, the original idea of the think tanks is to gather people to discuss things. And as we couldn't do that, we decided to do an online survey. And we were really, really happy and honored that more than 1,400 participants have taken the survey and added to the value of the whole think tank. And of course, it was not designed as a scientific study. It was just our way. It was in the depth of the pandemic. We just tried to find a way to reach people and just to contact as a lot of people as possible. So, but for now, for us to have a look at the results, I think we did really great. So if you have a look at the current the residency, where the people came from who took the survey, Value for Your Values, we have very active participants from France, but you can see that all the partner cities have participated. And also the females were a bit more active. So you can see 59% females. And regarding age, you see that we have a nice percentage of all the different age groups. So that was really nice to have also the view of the 16 to 19 years old and also the 65 to 74 years old. So, but as you can see, the main age groups were like between 20 and 50. So what did we ask for the personal values? We asked people how important are the following values for you personally. And you can see it here if you do the tennis thing and turn around. You can see that we decided on a set of values. We used the European value, the European survey value as the basis. And what is the results? Most important for people are the values of self-direction. That means thinking up new ideas and being creative. So that's very important to our community. Also helping people, treating people equally, and the aspect of securities. So this is as a summary. So we have a picture of the average member of our community values self-directed action, does not prioritize gaining power. You can see that power is obviously not an issue here, but instead seeks way to help and treat others equally. So this is for the personal values. And the professional values you can see here. We ask people, what are the values at your current workplace? So what are the values at your professional setting that you observe? And you can see here, most important values were considered job security, being excellent. That's a really good sign, being excellent at your job, and also taking care of yourself, the well-being, and also the opportunity for personal growth and development in city, We have that for different age groups and also gender. And it's really interesting to see that there are different values important for different age groups, for examples. So we have to really take that into account if we want to discuss further how to proceed as the EC2U community. And for the societal values, there was a really, I have to say, really interesting one also, because there was we're really were on the same line here regarding the societal values. So we ask people in your country which are the values that people act on. And you can see here that freedom of opinion is most important, and also, of course, peace comes in second, but yeah, it's connected to freedom of opinion, and also progress and innovation. So you can see it's a really big tendency here. And but we also were interested in looking at the obstacles, because it's not all sunshine. Of course, today it is all sunshine, but you know, this is not the reality. So we ask people, what are the obstacles in your society that keeps you from acting on your personal values? And you can see that here, that we still have the issue of egoism, we still have inequalities, we still have materialism, and a lack of respect. And then we ask people, so what, in your opinion, could be the solutions to those obstacles? And so what has to change, basically? And we have the answers. You can see that respecting each other more environment protection, and more equality. So these were the answers that were given. And for us, this really was a sign, as in, you know, as an EC2U work package, to get into more detail of that. So the topic for the next think tank, and those of you who are in the Execo knows that we decided, and you decided, you voted on it, to have circular economy as the next topic of the think tank. So we really like to get to the solutions, to the gist of it, to be able as the Alliance to really contribute to the solutions. So this is what we found in the first think tank with 1,400 participants. And you can see here, I just put it together in one slide at one glance. You can have a look at them later on. What are the most important values in the different categories: personal, professional, and societal values, and also the obstacles and solutions. And during the last forum in Turku, we also had a presentation, and we also had experts from the different stakeholder groups, and we did some reflections about how to actually build a value-based community, how to do it. And we said, well, first of all, we really have to be loud and clear what values we do share. And we have to state them loud and clear. And today, this morning, we talked about the mission statements and how important they are, the mission statements of the Alliance. And we should really incorporate those values into the mission statement. So let's really get them out there. And also, as I have just mentioned, we have to use the most wanted values and the most named values of the survey. So the two recurrent themes emerging from the survey are respecting each other and environmental protection. So these could be really focal points of future actions. For example, the second think tank, but I'm sure in all your work packages and all your activities, there will be tons of opportunities to take that into account. And also, we decided to name it Mind the Tree. So we have, like a tree, you know a tree, you have the trunk. So we have to create activities and communication messages with a common value basis. But we also need the trees, the branches up here, and to really adapt to the specific values of certain age group, of gender, to really have the diversity that is needed to address all the stakeholders here. And of course, and this is something that we have to really evaluate critically, that still, although we're here and we also, yeah, that's more atmospheric, thank you. We are here and we say that we have all those networks, but if we be honest, we really have to deepen the relationships, especially between academia and the municipalities, and also, of course, to include the companies, because this is not, something that comes automatically. companies, businesses, they are not automatically keen to become members of such networks. So we really have to find out what are their needs and their interests in joining such a network, what would be a win-win situation for them, and how to really systematically work together. So this is, of course, just the first ideas that we had, and of course we should continue the European dialogue together. That's just what we are doing right now. But this survey is just the start, and I think, Ludovic, you will say a bit more about that, but we really would like to take that start and to get into more of real, hands-on work today with all of you. So you started already with the tennis to move, but today we really like to know what input does such a knowledge ecosystem needs from all of us, what input can we give, and also what output are you expecting of our network, of our knowledge ecosystem. So with that, I think I finished for now, and hand over to you, Ludovic.
Is it on? Yes, it's on. Okay. Actually, thank you very much, Dana. Now, let me know if I should stay here. Okay, now it's time to work. We have designed a brainstorming session where each of you will be active. So now what we are going to, I think we should still have the slides, right? Because we need, can we have the slides again? Muchas gracias. And can you help, Dana? We need, because you need to look at the screen to understand what we are going to do. Okay, we will distribute to each of you some stickers with a color. The color will be actually according to your profile. So what we need to see is the next slide. We will succeed. Again. One more. We should have the other. It will work. Okay. So in a minute, you will start to receive post-its. Don't tell me that you don't have the presentation, because I don't know the color by heart. So I will explain while they are finding the solution. The color will be according if you are a student, if you are a part of the academic community in the sense teacher, researcher, administrative staff, or if you are a policymaker, or if you are another associated partner. Okay, so each time the colleagues will pass by, you will have to tell which color when we will have the colors, and you will take the post-its. And then we will go through 2 sessions. The first one will be that we will have, let's say, 5-10 minutes, that each of you write on several stickers, and don't restrict yourself. The first question will be, what do you think you personally can bring to the EC2U ecosystem? Basically, what we want to do today is collect a lot of ideas on 2 questions. The first one is this one. We will gather all this, and in the next weeks, we will use all that to come back to you to say, okay, look, this is the resources that we have all together. And from that, we will do more things, even more than what we have initially planned. I know it's more work, but we like to work, right? So the first question will be, and again, you can have many input. You will have to write what you can bring individually as a student, as university staff, as a member of a municipality council, as a member of a chamber of commerce, whatever your profile is, each of us, we do have talents, we do have things to bring to the community, okay? So we start with the students. Who wants the stickers? So they are obviously pink. So for those who have a memory like a golden fish, just look back now, you have the colors. So again, pink for the students, yellow for the academic community, teachers, researchers, admin, green for the socio-economic partners, and orange for the policy makers. Yes, okay. So, first exercise. You have a few minutes to think of about the following question. Each of you, what inputs can you provide to the EC2U ecosystem? So you see, we are now not talking about the EC2 Alliance, it's really the EC2U ecosystems. All the actors, all the citizens, what can you individually bring to make this happen, to make it a success? We want to create a pool of talents and resources, so we need to know them. So be creative, think really what you can bring because you have a particular talent, or because as a student you have, I don't know, youth, that's already a good talent, or you have energy, you have ideas, you have, tell us what you can bring individually, depending on the different profiles. So you can discuss with your neighbor, you can be creative, and we have a few minutes to think of what we can each bring to the community. In a few minutes, we will collect. Probably we will gather them on the board according to the colors. We'll try to see if there are some common ideas popping in and out. But in any case, we will gather all this and work on it in the next weeks and come back to you later on.
And for the people online, we have set up a virtual collaborative tool. So you have to find, I think you have to find the link in the chat. That's a Padlet. You can just double click on the screen. You have the same questions there. And if you want to add anything online, you can also do it. So you're included as well. Just bring it on.
Okay, so I think that we should now collect, because we have, you are making fun, but you see, you don't work. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, okay, so we will probably gather them in groups, so you can maybe put it here. Oh, that's a good one.
I hope so.
Yes.
But that's my dream.
Yes. Okay. So if you want, yes, Lucille is collecting, but if you want to also directly put them here, feel free. You can stand. We need exercise. Just to tell you a few things that I think are interesting. Organization and technical support for video production. That's interesting. Organization for cultural projects. That's also very important.
Baking is also very important.
Baking. Searching for more partners. High motivation. Multilingualism. Curiosity. Okay. Probably now let's move on to the second exercise. So you need more stickers, I guess. Who need? Yeah, we continue. Yeah, okay. Now the second exercise is actually the most important one. What I ask you to do now is to close your eyes. So you all close your eyes. Don't worry, nothing will happen. So close your eyes. Shh. You have your eyes closed, and now you figure that you are the same date. So we are the 28th of October. but year 2030. We meet again in Salamanca, and EC2U has become an incredible reality, much, much beyond what we have dreamt of. Really, I mean, when we collect, we just came out of a meeting where we listed all what we have done and achieved together. And it's amazing what success we have reached. We have much more partners. Everybody is involved. The citizens, actually, most of the people in the room, we had actually to rent the brand new convention center of Salamanca in 2030, where there are 10,000 seats, and 60% of the seats were from citizens, not just from Salamanca, but some made the travel with a new sustainable transportation system from Poitiers, from Liège, from Turku, from everywhere. And actually, we were obliged to refuse people to enter in that convention center because EC2U is actually the most recognized network in Europe, even actually in the world. So you realize, we are all in 2030. Now what I ask you to do with your stickers is to write, why was this possible? How come we had such a success? So basically you are now rewinding the whole story and put on the paper the craziest idea you can have that made this happen. Basically, if you now look back to the screen, you will see actually what actions do you dream of when thinking about an innovative and inclusive EC2U ecosystem in 2030. What made this possible? Put the craziest idea that you want us to develop in the next 10 years so that EC2U becomes the most inclusive community that we need to achieve the Sustainable Development Goals, to achieve an inclusive society, to achieve that policymakers are discussing with universities, with citizens, so that everybody is on board. The craziest idea, maybe we will not be able to do it, but we need to have these ideas. And basically, the sky is the limit. So maybe if even an idea seems to be completely impossible, write it. So now you have 5 minutes to put all this on your stickers. Go. So we are starting collecting the post-its.
Teleportation, yeah.
Ah, yeah, teleportation. That would help a lot to do the EC2U weeks, right? But hopefully in a very sustainable manner in terms of energy, which EC2U going global. Ah, that's a good idea. That we have partners from the 5 continents.
EC2U, Universal Campuses.
Ah, yeah, that would become UC2U, Universal Campus of City Universities. I like that. But don't ask me to coordinate that. Oh, yeah, I like this one. Huh? A seat for EC2U at EU Parliament. That's an excellent idea. Quality, quality, quality. Cheap transportation. Yeah, yes, indeed. Actually, did someone said, yeah, cheap transportation between the 7 universities. Okay, so well, thank you very much because you have accepted to play the game. Again, I see that it's more than 1 o'clock, so, but there are a lot of ideas. You have been really creative. So thank you so much again. If you want to take the time to come and read them, because I think that we will not do that exercise now. But again, we will collect, put them online, and we will continue to welcome your ideas. And well, thank you so much for this first brainstorming session. We are going to organize this more often. And well, thank you so much, and have a good continuation of the program. And in particular, this afternoon we have the session for the students. I must say we are all looking forward to hear what you want us to achieve for you and how you want to participate to this. So thank you so much. Thank you also to the municipality of Salamanca. Thank you to the mayor for having hosted this session. And after a few minutes, if you want to spend time, we'll go back to Colegio Fonseca for the lunch. In the same room, Sala de Pinturas? Yes. Thank you.